Azzahra Valiza Gustaji and I'm from Digital Business from University Logistics and Business International. Have you ever found yourself daydreaming about impossible things? Maybe like, did you guys ever imagine how it feels like if you guys had wings? Imagine soaring through the sky, feeling the wind against your face, looking down at the world below. Well, that if is a very powerful word, not in just our imagination, but also in English grammar. So today we are diving into the wonderful world of if clauses, also known as conditional sentences. These are sentences that express a condition and a result. They tell us what might happen, what would happen, or what would have happened if a certain condition was met. There are four main types of if clauses, plus the mixed conditionals, and they are each serve a unique purpose. So let's break them down. First up, we have the zero conditional. This one is all about facts, general truths, and habits, so things that always happen under certain conditions. So the structure is if plus present simple. When to use it? For scientific facts, general truths, or habits. For example, if you hit ice, it melts. This is a scientific fact. If I eat too much, I feel sick. A general truth about my body. Last, if it rains, the ground gets wet. It's always true. Next, we have the first conditional. This talks about real and possible situations in the present or future. It's about what will happen if a certain condition is met. So the structure is if plus present simple, will plus base form of verb. When to use it? For probable situations and their likely result. Here are some examples. If it rains tomorrow, we will stay at home. It's a real possibility for tomorrow. Next, if she studies hard, she will pass the exam, a probable outcome. Next, if you help me, I will finish faster, a condition leading to a likely result. Moving on to the second conditional, this is where we talk about hypothetical, unlikely, or even impossible situations in the present or future and their imaginary result. So the structure is if plus past simple, would plus base form of verb. When to use it? For imaginary situations, dreams, or things that are unlikely to happen. We often use were instead of was for all subjects that in the if clauses. For example, if I had wings, I would fly around the world. It's imaginary, unlikely situations. And next, if I won the lottery, I would buy a big house. It's unlikely, but a dream. If he were taller, he would play basketball professionally. It's hypothetical situations that is not true now. Finally, we have the third conditional. This is for the talking about hypothetical situations in the past, things that didn't happen and their imaginary result if they had happened. It often expresses regret or missed opportunities. So the structure is if plus past perfect and would have plus past participle. When to use it? For talking about the past and imagining how things could have been different. For example, if I had known you were coming, I would have baked a cake, but I didn't know, so I didn't bake a cake. She didn't study, so she didn't pass. If they hadn't missed the bus, they wouldn't have been late, but they missed the bus, so they were late. And there you have it, the fantastic world of if clauses. From telling us about the universal truths, from discussing future possibilities to imagining alternative past, and even mixing time frames. So if clauses are incredibly versatile. The key is to remember the structure for each type and think about the reality or unreality of the situation you want to describe. Practice using them in your conversations and writing it. And soon you'll be using an if clause like a pro. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this video useful. Thank you so much. Bye bye.